Well, GM. G to the M. Great morning, my friends. D-Gens, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, one percenters, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out, and anyone in between. Welcome back, and welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, my friends, we did wake up this morning. Let me look out the window. Okay, I don't see any aliens in the sky yet. All right, the UFOs. Woo, we made it through the whole, December 2nd to December 3rd, 12:01 a.m. type shit when it shifts over. Nah, does that mean that the aliens still aren't going to come sometime today? No, but right now, they ain't up there in the sky. Now, if I just miraculously go whoa, 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 and get sucked up through my ceiling at some point in time in the show,
Surprise, motherfucker.
that I have been abducted, because I have said on record that I am Team Alien, because the humming beans around this fucking floating rock, or tend to be most likely is a flat plane, are fucked up beyond repair. And well, maybe some of them aren't. And that's why we show up every single day, because maybe some of them are trying to repair themselves. Maybe, like you tuned in live in prime time, maybe you've begun to repair yourself. You've mended all those wounds, and now you're standing tall on the battlefield of life like a damn super soldier. I don't know what the case might be, but you're tapped in, locked in, tuned in to Forge and Fuel, and you know the vibes, baby. We got more of them coming your way. More inspiration, more motivation, more good vibrations sliding directly live in prime time to you over the next hour and a half or so. Then you're going to know what to do with. Also, it is, once again, December the 3rd, 2024, and this is episode 622 of this show, and I hope you're ready to wake up like never before. But before we go any further, before we generate more vibes, before we can tap into that old energy, if you will, I need to humbly ask you to do a few things. Maybe if you could find it in that big old heart of yours and you haven't done so already, maybe you could take a quick second to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently ingesting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. And if you're enjoying the show on YouTube this morning, you might as well hit that like button down there too, and help that algorithm go and flow on the old tubes. Maybe you enjoy Rumble. Well, we're broadcasting live over there right now, too, live in prime time. Give us a subscribe, maybe hit a notification bell. Hell, even hit a like button over there on Rumble too. And maybe X is your platform of choice. And if that's the case, hit a like, hit a repost, hell, even hit a quote post. Let the people know on the X timeline why you're tuned in live in prime time here to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last but certainly not least, to you audio listeners of the show, maybe you're tuning in right now to the audio-only version. You can't see my face, and maybe you're over there on Apple, Spotify, or maybe even Amazon Music, or wherever you are right now. Maybe you could go ahead and hit a subscribe button, or maybe leave us a 5-star rating, or even just smash the hell out of whatever button you currently see on your screen, baby, because it only helps us continue to grow and flow on all those platforms as well. As for all you beautiful humming beings tuned in live in prime time, we can't thank you enough for hitting all those buttons and helping us get going and flowing on a daily basis. But maybe you're watching right now, maybe live, maybe even to the recording, and you're saying, why the hell should I hit those buttons? Why in the world do I need to take my time to do those things that Capp just asked me to do? Well, if you do, it only helps us continue to grow and get bigger and better for each and every one of you that decide to tune in or be bigger or part of the bigger Diamond Hand Media umbrella, if you will. But maybe this show makes you laugh. Maybe it makes you cry. Maybe it makes you think. Maybe it makes you go, I never thought of it that way before. Well, if that's the case, don't be a host. Share the show. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Let somebody know. And we will proceed with this morning's flow.
Don't be rude.
That's right, my friends. Don't be rude. Before I go any further, need a little sip of water. You have to bear with me today, because, my friends, there is no Swirl One in the building. It is only me and DZ. DEEZY, obviously in the building. My guy, Mr. Producer. What up, Derek? So, how you feeling? How you doing back there, my guy? Woo! Shout out to you, buddy. Great to hear you. Great to see you. Thanks for running the show, as always, in the background. As for Swirl One, it's not a lie.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Well, shit, you could have waited till I got my doggone coffee hyped up as hell over there. He's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Damn, this motherfucker over here hyped up right now. Holy shit. He's got every Raul Rosas damn sound in the book back there on the soundboard right now. What in the world's going on? Hey, cheers to me and thee. Hope you're having a beautiful start to your day, baby. And, hope you're enjoying a nice big old cup of some black elixir, some JB, maybe a little frappuccino, cappuccino, mochaccino, whatever the hell you got. Hey, cheers to you, man. Woo! Mm. Oh. Oh. Well, even though we don't have Swirly D, and we certainly will miss the man, the myth, the legend today, we still got to get some vibes going. We still got to get to flowing. We still got to help some people grow. We got a whole show to get into. You think I just wasn't going to show up? You thought I just was going to say, oh, Swirl 1's off. I might as well take it off too. No! I'm still bringing up. Sorry for yelling. I'm still bringing the vibes. I'm still bringing the heat. I'm ready to rock and roll. So, without further ado, let's kick this show off the only way we know how. With a little chuckle, a little funny, ha-ha, maybe a little knee slapper, if you will. See, this morning, we're going to say hello to a group of humming beings. Sometimes I've referred to them as nerds and virgins. Other times, you'll hear them referred to as crypto enthusiasts. Other times, you'll hear them referred to as degenerates. Whatever you might know them as, they are the ones who go and buy crypto and NFTs and meme coins of various kinds. Now, I am not one of these people. Derek Snow is not one of these people. Swirl One is not one of these people. No, we believe in the technology, but we are not the Looney Tunes who sit around in the space. So, this morning, you may be asking yourself, how do those meme coins work? I know a little bit about Bitcoin. I know a little bit about Ethereum. But really, how in the world? It's meme coin season. I've been seeing it all over my X page, my X timeline. What are these so-called meme coins? Well, I figured it was time for us to bring a video to the show, break it down very simply so you would know what goes on in this space and exactly how meme coins work.
They won't buy. I get it. Anyway, as a refresher, we're taking out the I out of Bitcoin, replacing it with a lowercase l, so when people go to buy, they're thinking, oh, I'm buying a bunch of Bitcoin for super cheap. No. You just bought a dickload of BLT coin and you don't know what to do with it. And so that's when my triangular formula comes into play, with all of the initial investors being at the bottom, with me and my partner here staying at the top. And so what this does is funnels all the money through you guys directly. We've tried, they won't buy. I get it. Anyway, as a refresher, we're taking out the I out of Bitcoin, replacing it with a lowercase l, so when people go to buy, they're thinking, oh, I'm buying a bunch of Bitcoin for super cheap. No. You just bought a dickload of BLT coin and you don't know what to do with it. And so that's when my triangular formula comes into play, with all of the initial investors being at the bottom, with me and my partner here staying at the top. And so what this does is funnels all the money through you guys.
He closes his laptop. He closes his laptop. Stands up. Ah! Woo! I'm sorry, that's too good. That's too good. No. he said no.
Another one.
Think you're buying a bunch of Bitcoin for super cheap. No. You just bought a dickload of BLT coin and you don't have any clue how to sell it. Oh, if that isn't the truth. They tell you you're fine and hey, you're not fine, and you try to be fine, but you're never going to be fine. See, I never got really roped into the old meme coin game. I really didn't. It wasn't my cup of tea. I like the bigger coins. I like the things that are solidified. What I got roped into is them fucking NFTs. Oh, yeah. They got me harder than...
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yeah, most of my wealth is in NFTs, We're just out here crossing the fingers one day some of these fuckers come back. Oh, I joke, I kid. At one point in time, most of my wealth was in NFTs. Then I didn't fucking sell. Now it's all gone.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, shit. Who's to say, who's to know? Those are how meme, or that is rather how meme coins work this morning on the show, my friends. Hope you got a nice little laugh out of that. I see a couple of you guys enjoying that one time. Hey, I got a flex of this shirt. Hold on. Look at this here. Huh? Look at it. Look at this shirt. That fresh logo. And then let me turn around. Hold on. Let me turn around. Can I turn around? Not get myself all fucked up. Hold on. Let me unplug my headphones real quick so I can turn around. Woo! Look at that. Ooh, that's fire. That's fire. Okay, I'm plugged back in. Now I can hear. I didn't know if you could hear me. All right. Woo. How about that? Pretty bad look. And that little natural. I don't know. I'm just showing off a little something out of mine inside a pair. Look, and it hugs the arms, makes your arms look big. Come on. It makes your pecs look a little bit bigger. Who's say, who's no? I'm just out here trying to tell you, I'm not putting some fucking Jildan bullshit out there. I want you to look good when you're rocking some of my products, or well, your products too, if you're a member of the Diamond Ham fam. So why not slide on over there? You missed the Black Friday sale, you missed the Cyber Monday sale, but you didn't miss the winter collection. You didn't miss.
I'm sorry.
You didn't miss any. Damn, Deez, you're on fire this morning. Look at you go, buddy guy. Hey, shit, we're ready to rock. But hey, if you want to get a little something, maybe a little who's to say, who's to know beanie, that's my next purchase. I'm going to get me one of them, baby. I can't wait to be rocking that live in prime time on the show. But speaking of who's to say, who's to know, a couple of things I do know is it's about time to get this show rocking and rolling. Not that it already isn't. Been already blabbing to you for 18 minutes now. Can you believe that? You might have showed up today and said, how in the world is Capp going to do this by himself? Do you understand that I could just talk? Sometimes I just go. I don't know what the hell I'm even saying. Yeah, I know what I'm saying, but I just go. I like being on the cameras. I like talking into the microphones. And if I'm saying some things that are making people laugh, cry, or think, well, then I'll be a son of a gun. I'm doing my job. So I would like to continue doing my job. I would like to maybe get you a little fired up. I would like to maybe get you a little stirred up in the mind, if you will. And then once we get you a little stirred up, maybe get it a little refined. Who's to say, who's to know? But for right now, we're going to...
Turtles.
I like turtles. I like turtles. We used to run around saying that all the time when that came out, dude. For right now, I'm going to ask you to get out those samurai swords or those battle axes or whatever weapon you may use to slash through the obstacles and the trials and the tribulations on the daily. Because I know you've been going through it. I know you've been slicing through the bullshit. I know it was a hot start to the week, but hey, it's okay. We got plenty more time. We got plenty of perspective, and we got to do a little sharpening. A little filing down on those battle weapons so we can go back out on the battlefield today and cut through those things once again, baby. So you know the drill. And if you don't, I'm here to tell you that it's time for the first segment of the day, your Sharpening Session. Alrighty then, my friends. Back here live in prime time on episode 622 of Forge and Fuel. Ready for your first segment of the day, your Sharpening Session, baby. Before I begin, because I'm going to blab on here for a moment, I'm going to need to get a quick sip of water. Once again, I was trying to coffee water, everything in between. I think I need to elongate the little bumper in between the segments so I get a little extra sippy sip of water sometimes. Who's to say, who's to know? Now that's some high quality H2O. Woo! You ever just take a sip of water sometimes and your body just says, wow, thank you.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
That's what my cells were doing right there. My cells were literally just jumping for joy when I dumped that H2O into my body. So right now, here we are, live in prime time. Let's get it going. Your first opening topic of the day. Turn on my do not disturb. I'm over here buzzing. If you didn't look at the title of the show, let me be the first to let you know. This morning we're opening by talking about what's the lesson? What's the lesson? And before we go on, as a reminder, maybe grab out that notebook, and that pen, or that pencil, whatever you might need to keep track of a little knowledge, insights, maybe a little perspective. Who's to say, who's to know? But here recently, I've been doing a lot of thinking. And I know that's dangerous, but it's also kind of good for this show because it stirs up some thoughts and you never know what might come about. You never know where we might go, what direction might happen. Because as I talked about yesterday, I'm even watching college football and movies in a different way and trying to bring perspective that I gain from those to the show, right? And tie it in with Bible verses we talk about and all these other little messages that we build upon every single day. I've really, 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 truly tapped into who I need to be and where I need to be going and what I need to be doing in life. And I hope that and I believe it and I know it that there are people out there that are listening to this show, listening to me when me and Swirl are both rocking and rolling, that are becoming the best versions of them, are doing the things they know they need to do, are hitting the mark and are putting themselves into the hallway of life. And I think it's really fucking cool to see, to just, you know, be the one who took a leap of faith and created this and said some, hey, created some little sayings and this and that. And people bought into it. And it is just so humbling to, even have 43 you here this morning, like shit, if there was 43 people in front of me right now in a small room, I'd be pretty fucking excited about it. It'd be pretty doggone cool, right? And I know this will continue to get in the algo and all that stuff. Don't be a host, share the show. However, as we kind of think about our journeys and where we are and where we were at and where we want to be and all the things we've been talking about lately, and especially you OGs that have been rocking since the beginning. And, shout out In the Kitchen with Pride, Kelly Owen Pride, and Simply Soapology, and, all these amazing Naked Rhinos coffee, and all these amazing humming beans that if you came to the J&J Weekend Getaway, you would have met, you would have seen how awesome they are. And if you choose to come to the third annual version of whatever we might do, you'll have an opportunity to do that again. But I think about all you guys all the time, right? Whether I know that you're watching or I don't know you're watching, I'm always thinking about you, right? From the Jareds to the Nick's travel vlogs now, to when we see him in here, and the Angels and the Live Dogs and the Chris's and B-Longs and Mama Caps and Aunt Donnie's, the GPs, the OGs, right? But I think this message today can really apply across the board for all of us, because in one way, shape, form, or fashion, we are going to have to get into the hallway of life, right? We've talked about it ad nauseum. When one door closes, another door opens, but sometimes it's hell in the hallway. Whether you put yourself in that hallway intentionally or whether you let life kick you in the ass and throw you out into the hallway, that's your prerogative. But there's always something that happens, right? When you go through a loss, you always get a lesson. So I say it all the time. Is it a loss or a lesson? And most of the time, we go through this trial, this tribulation, this shitty point in our life, this time where our head's about to pop off of our body. And then we get through it, and maybe a few weeks go by. We start to get a little more peace in our lives after we were white knuckling through the shit. And then we have this aha moment that, oh, that's why that happened. Oh, that's why I did that. Oh, that's why that relationship ended. Oh, that's why I had to leave that job. Oh, that's why I got into that circumstance. Most of the time, you get into that moment. That's why that happened. And you look back and you start to gain a little perspective and you say, wow, that thing did have a lesson. Now, most people don't even do that. Most people just go through the bullshit and, oh my gosh, and life's so crazy. And it's why their life is just one mundane pile of nonsense after another, because they never learn the lesson. You know, I said I posted the quote yesterday. Excuse me. When there's always the same shit on repeat, learn the fucking lesson. You know, their lives are just the constant monotonous cycle of nonsense, and they're not learning the lesson, right? They're just going through the loss and not learning the lesson. They're going through the trial and the tribulation and never turning it into a triumph. They're going through the obstacle, but never figuring out how to turn it into an opportunity for growth. Isn't that crazy? Why do you think I always say obstacle, opportunity, loss or lesson, failure or brand new chance to flourish? So I've been thinking about this moment, right? And what if there's a better way to go about this? Instead of getting in the hallway and you're going through the loss or you're going through the trial or you're going through the failure, whatever it might be, and then eventually finding the door, getting into the room and then going, whew, that's why that happened. Whoa, shit. Is there a better way? Is there a better way to go about this? And I posed myself this question. I'm going to pose it to you this morning. Are you learning the lessons that you're going through during the trial, or are you just waiting until it's over? And think about that. Are you just white knuckling through the trial, the tribulation, the loss, whatever, losing your fucking mind, anxious, worried, fearful, never in the present moment? And then eventually you get to that thing and you go, oh, that's why that happened. And then inevitably another loss or another trial or another obstacle comes up and you white knuckle your way through that again, and get to the end and then say, oh, that's why that happened. What if you could just be in the present moment, no matter what obstacle, trial, tribulation, failure, loss, anything in between that stood in your path, and if you just stayed in the present moment and kept applying the things that you know, don't you think the next new thing would just reveal itself to you during the trial? Instead of you having to get through it white knuckling and saying, oh my gosh. Think about rocket scientists, right? They don't just show up one day and say, we're going to build a rocket that goes to Mars, right? SpaceX and Elon. Oh, we're not just going to wait. Why do you think they haven't gone to Mars yet? Because they are building things every single day that don't even yet exist. They're talking about things that don't even yet exist, but they believe if they continue to apply the things they learn along the way, eventually they will get to a spot where the things they need to keep going will have been created. And it's how the rocket space industry, however you want to believe it, has continued to flourish. So it's awful interesting when you think about it in that way. Are you waiting to get through the things? Are you letting things happen? Are you just flaming arrows every which direction? Are you actually trying to grab onto them and break them over your knee? Are you just letting the nonsensical highway of life filled with cars and everybody in their own lane and you just floating through that? What the fuck? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. You're trying to find your own lane. You're trying to drive through it. You're trying to find a more steady grip. Are you letting things happen, or are you trying to bring chaos into order? And I also thought about this. If you find the reason it's happening now, you won't have to find the reason it's happening later. And that being the case, you're learning the lesson now, so you can apply it later. If you are in constant learning mode instead of constant what the heck mode, you just might find a thing or two. Your obstacles might not be so hard, and you might start viewing them as opportunities. Your trials and tribulations might not feel so pressure-packed, and you might start turning them into triumphs. Your losses might not feel so crazy, and you might realize that there's a lesson in every single one of them. Think about this quote. 10 years is going to go by whether you learn or not. 10 years is going to go by whether you get rich or not. 10 years is going to go by whether you choose to continue to invest the right way or not. So why not try doing it this way? And maybe you've never heard it even in this thought. I've never heard it in this way. This was just some crazy thoughts I was having. So how do you learn the lessons now? How do you learn the lessons now? If you woke up this morning, you say, son of a bitch, say, all right, Cap, you're fucking, I'm all right. I'm following. I'm with you. I like the notes. Come on, I'm with you. If you're saying that, how do we learn the lessons now? How do we not wait? And I'm telling you guys, I'm speaking from experience. I'm not sitting on this camera this morning trying to fucking change all this around, be some schwami. I'm speaking from experience here. And I'm about to take one of the biggest leaps of faith of my life I've ever taken. And I'm applying this shit right here, or I wouldn't be telling you. So how do you find the lessons? Well, I believe number one, it comes down to consciousness of your triggers, both good and bad, right? The things that fire you up, the things that get you going, the things that keep you pushing forward, the things that make you want to get out a notebook and start writing, the things that make you want to make that Excel doc and start figuring it out, the things that make you want to open 72 tabs with 2 monitors and start researching. Also, the things that make you want to give up, the things that make you, I don't wanna, the things that make you anxious and worried and fearful, the things that make you want to turn around and pack it in and say, nah, fuck it, I don't want to go down this hard route no more. If you're aware of both of those things, you will know how to feed one and starve the other. Maybe that's where the challenge is. Maybe we're feeding the wrong things and starving the wrong things. And maybe if we came into the present moment, we would know exactly what we need to do. We would know the lessons exactly that we need to apply. Maybe you don't have to go through months and months and months of shit in order just to get a lesson. Maybe the only reason that happens is because you're living in the future. All you're doing is looking for that thing that doesn't even really exist. It's just made up in your mind. And how many times have you gotten to that thing and it's not even been the thing that you envisioned? It doesn't even look the way that you thought it was going to look. You say, by golly goodness, and you go, oh, that's why that happened. To bring it full circle. Happened many, many times in my life. And if you're a humming being like me, it's probably happened that way too. You spin in your head so much and you stay in the future and all this, it could happen and this could. And then all of a sudden you get there and it's like, wait, that wasn't that bad. Wait, how did I get here? This was, wait, how did I get here? That's where most people are. How the fuck did I get here? I can tell you exactly how I got here. I can tell you exactly how I got to episode 622 of Forge and Fuel. Dedication, determination, consistency, surrounding myself with the right people, not going to the clubs, not partying, sacrificing my 20s while all my former acquaintances and people around me wasted them, investing while they blew their money, doing the right fucking things. Now I'm sitting on the opposite side of 20, staring down 30, looking at the best years upcoming of my life. I cannot wait until I am able to do some real moves and make some real things, because I know that's my story, while people who are my age are packing it in. Oh, you know, the old lady got the kids. Dog, you're 29 years old. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're giving up on life. You're packing it in. It's all over. Got to get the 9 to 5 and got to make sure we take care of the kids. And, you know, I worked a corporate job one time. This kid I worked with, stud of a kid, great looking dude, fucking tall as shit, smart ass motherfucker, athlete, just a dog. And he was crushing it in the fucking company. And he said something one day, and it is literally what made me take my leap of faith. He said, man, if only I could come up with my own idea. You know, I got a couple of ideas, but I can't apply them. And I got the wife and the kids, and I couldn't make it happen. I just thought, damn, dude, what a shit situation to be in. You're a man, you thrive off creating, off building, off solving problems, and you don't feel fulfilled. So you're just going to stay stuck where you are? My boys, my friends, if you feel a tug, a pull, a burning, a festering on the heart, soul, and mind while you are going through the things, it means you're supposed to do that thing. So take the leap of faith. Have you ever not had it work out for you? Have you not gotten to this point right now? It always works out. And maybe the times that it hasn't, go back and look at those. Were you believing? Did you have faith? Were you doing the right things? And I bet you weren't, because I wasn't. I wasn't. I'll be the first one to admit. And also, you got to realize that life is all about learning. You never stop learning. People think you get out of school and learning's over with. People think that you get out of high school and that's done. Or maybe if you go to college, post-secondary education like I did and DZ did, you think after you get out of there, oh, I'm done. Okay, I've learned everything there is to know. And that's how the system wants it, right? They want these kids to think they know the latest and greatest, which they do, but no fucking CEO, no executive, no manager gives a fuck, because that little dumbass has been there for 4 years and I've been busting my ass for this company for north of 3 decades. What the fuck are they going to come in here and tell me? Meanwhile, this young dude's ready to bust through the doors, kick down the doors of opportunity and change this whole world and be the motherfucker that turned this whole company around or started their brand new thing. And then the manager says, no. You bring that down. You bring that down. No. You don't do that. You go over here, take your blue pill, fall in line. No, we don't do that. And you're going to learn my ways. You're going to learn what I want you to do, my mission, vision, and values. Even though it doesn't line up with anything you want to do, you're going to do what I want you to do. And then people fall into it. And they forget to start learning along the way. They forget to pick up a book. They forget to listen to a podcast. They forget to go to the library and open an encyclopedia on some shit. They forget to do the mental, physical, and financial things to help you grow. There's always a way to grow. I just come on here and share the things in layman's terms that have helped me thrive and not just survive in this thing called life. I'm not going to come on here and say some random shit that I don't know nothing about and try and be all blah, 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 and all so smart. And I am just the best. And I'm not trying to share anything special. I'm just sharing things here that I hope you can apply. And it's things that I struggled with, that I battled when I was in the deep, dark hallway of my life. What you guys don't know, some of you might just know me right now. The reason why I am this guy is because I made it through one of the darkest periods of my life. The last 4 to 5 years before I started this, and most of you even knew me, were fucking insane. They were bananas. They were filled with all the things we talk about, the anxiety, the worry, the fear, the depression. I've been there. I'm not sitting on this camera telling you this is what you got to do, and I've never been there. And sometimes maybe I'm right there with you too. Maybe sometimes I need to hear these fucking messages. So what's the lesson? That it's all about learning. That there are nonstop lessons. And if you can tap into them on the daily, better yet, on the minutely, better yet, on the momently, one moment at a time. Oh, Matt, who knows what you could do? Who knows where you could go? Who knows what things you could bring to this world? And nobody's ever said it this way. Everybody's always told you got to go through the bullshit in order to learn shit. And I think that might be wrong. I think you do got to go through bullshit, but I think you can learn while you're in the bullshit and you don't have to get out of it in order to learn the shit. Maybe you got to apply the things you've already learned, and then it will reveal itself quicker. I don't know. I hope I'm tripping some triggers. Hope I'm bringing some perspective. Been seeing the old chat go pretty crazy over there. I'm not going to lie. Just kind of blacked out for a little while. Let the thoughts flow. Let the thoughts go. I did have some general premise here, but outside of that, my friends, I ask you again, are you learning the lesson while you're going through the trial? Are you waiting for it to be over to sit back and find the lesson? Or even worse, even worse, are you just going from loss to loss to loss to loss, never learning the fucking lesson? Because if it's the same shit on repeat, it's time to learn the fucking lesson. Who's to say, who's to know? But I appreciate you tuning into the opening segment of the show. What's the lesson? Hey, Daddy needs a little drink. Woohoo!
Bruh.
Oh, shit. How was that, D's? Pretty good? Pre-fire? Pre-flame? Okie doke, artichokes. Well, I hope that was some good perspective. I hope that got you fired up. I hope you're feeling great. I hope you're feeling good. Hope the thoughts are stirring, burning, rolling inside of you. Because we got plenty more to go. And maybe you're not all the way woke up yet. Maybe you're just tuning into the show. Maybe you just slid on in here. Maybe you saw my face on the old timeline of X and you said, whoa, there's Capp. What's he doing? Where's Swirl One? He's on vacation for the day, for the week. He's got a lot of shit coming up in life. We give him a little hall pass for the next couple days. However,
Wrong.
you missed the sharpening session. Yeah, that's gone. That's it. That's over with. But if you still need a little vibes, you still need maybe a little kick in the pants, a little fire under the ass, if you will, to get you going and flowing on this beautiful, nay, dare I say, terrific Tuesday morning, December the 3rd, 2024. Well, you came to the right place because we've got plenty more of this program and wake it up like never before to do. So without further ado, oh, goodness gracious, I'm a poet now, you really know it. It's time to get into, oh, jeepers, it's like it just flows off the tongue sometimes. Your second segment of the day, it is your Reaction Refinery. Alrighty then, my friends. Oh, that coffee was so good. I'm sorry. Oh. You know, usually I can sip on my coffee, right? Usually Swirl One does a little blabbing and I can kind of sit back, grab my coffee. That is the great part of having a host and a co-host. You can just bounce it back and forth, little ideas, get a little sip of water, a little sip of coffee. Oh, the water and the coffee is just flowing so smoothly this morning. I mean, this morning it is just some good stuff right there in those cups in that. Oh yeah, that glass in that cup right there. Well, my friends, it is time to get into this Reaction Refinery today. And boy, oh boy, am I pretty excited about this one. We got some good clips coming your way today. Ooh, if I say so myself. Ooh. It go hit you in the soul. You're going to say, ooh. So, oh, here we go, D's. You ready? I need a little what? We got some clips that are motivating.
What?
Inspirating.
What?
Will make you think.
What?
Probably make your brain grow. Make you go, holy shit.
What?
Make you go, wow, that's great perspective.
What?
Make you go, oh my goodness, this is amazing.
What?
Oh my goodness, I haven't seen these before in my life.
What?
Oh my goodness, I can feel the vibrations.
What?
Oh my goodness, I might have to get into some meditations.
What?
Who's to say, who's to know?
What?
Because Stone Cold said so.
What?
That's right, my friend. Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Texas Rattlesnake.
Yeah!
What? This morning, we're going to get into those clips. and we got some good ones. And let me tell you something here, kids. His first clip of the day. That's a spicy meatball. This one here features a man that's been on this show a couple times. He goes by the name of Myron Golden. And Myron has been an absolute legend in these lanes I find myself in, the motivational and inspirational. And he has a very unique way of talking about business and the Bible and tying it in. And I absolutely love his content. And yesterday I came across one of his videos and it just blew my mind. And it was the exact thing that I needed to hear. I needed to see so many great things in it. And I actually shared the full speech in the Gateway last night. So if you want to follow up on this, this is the speech that I posted. It is in the MP&F Growth Hacks. Dive in there. You can watch this whole thing. It is killer. But this is a clip from about 9-10 minutes into the speech. And I'm telling you what, is going to smack you one time for the one time. So without further ado, I'm kicking it over to Mr. Myron Golden for him to let us know that we're doing it to ourselves.
I want to bring to your attention about wealth other than being a high energy result, which means you have to start right now, today, being a source of high energy. When people ask you how you're doing, stop saying fine, fine. Stop saying above the dirt. Right? How you doing? I'm surviving. You're broke. All of those are broke answers.
Thanks
by the way,
for noticing me.
I'm not.
Thanks for noticing
I am not.
me.
There's no intended humor in anything I'm saying. Wow. There's no intended humor in anything I'm saying. I'm as serious as I can.
The only reason why they laugh right there is because they know it's true and they say it every single moment of the day. No, don't take it away, Deez. Don't take it away. It's all good. I was just pausing. It's all good. I just wanted to pause it for a half a second. It's all good. Sometimes I just got a little thought that I want to pop in there because this one's a little bit longer than we usually go. It's only about a quarter of the way over. So this one here's Fire Flame. I absolutely love this. Carry on.
It's like you being above the dirt is costing you a fortune. Why? Because nobody wants to be around that. Right? Nobody wants to buy anything from that. I'm above the dirt. I'm surviving. I'm still living. No duh. I know that was the first thing I noticed before I spoke to you. If you were sitting up there all gray and peaked, right, eyes all glazed over, I wouldn't have said, "Hey, how you doing?" I just called 911. Right? How you doing? I'm alive. No fake. Right? Okay. You say, Myron, what's your point? My point is, you're doing it to yourself. The path is smooth. Why do you throw stones before you? I went to the bank yesterday because I had to do some bank stuff, and I asked the young man, young dude, young, strong, has a job, which means he's making money. I said, "How you doing, young man?" You know. Actually, I don't. That's why I asked you how you doing, because I don't know.
I love Myron, man. What a G. What an absolute G. I fucking love him so much. So, man, he says being above the dirt is costing you a fortune. How many people say, "Oh, I'm 6 feet above ground, 6 feet above ground and kicking"? Is that costing you a fortune? Is that mindset? Nobody wants to do business with that. Nobody wants to be friends with that. Nobody wants to surround themselves with that. How crazy is that? And everything I've been talking about today, encompassed in one quote. The path is smooth. Why do you throw stones before you? Holy shit. We do it to ourselves. Russ said it. It's all in your way. It's all in your head. Get out of your own way. You're putting obstacles in your path that don't even exist. And maybe that's why you can't learn the lesson. Because you're intentionally keeping yourself in the loss instead of living in the right mindset. What's the alternative? Live, dog. You're not controlling your brain. Your brain's controlling you. You're not living in abundance. You're living in scarcity. I had this conversation with somebody at the gym yesterday. Shout out my boy Scotty. He's been tuning into the show. What would you rather be? Would you rather be Tigger bouncing around? The wonderful thing about Tigger, the Tigger's a wonderful thing. Their butts are made of rubber, their tails are made of spring. Hey, and everybody's looking at you when you walk in, and damn, I want to tap in with that guy. Or do you want to just be the hey man, hi, how you doing? Thanks for noticing me. I'm fine. Hey man, how's it going? Thanks for noticing. I'm good. 6 feet above ground. I'm fine. I'm doing fine, man. You know. You know. What do you want to be? What do you want to be in this life? And maybe the only reason you find scarcity over and 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 over again is because that's how you operate. Why don't you go into places and say hi and say and have conversations and use what I say? When somebody asks you how you are, it's Tuesday. I say, I'm terrific. Damn, that's some fire ass. What do you mean? It's a Tuesday. I'm terrific, baby. TERIFIC. You want to say some shit like that, motherfucker, look at you like you got a horn going out of your forehead, but just one person might notice the high energy. What Myron said, it is your job to bring the high energy. And maybe some days you ain't got it. It's not all the way there. So not for me, for you, just be neutral. Just be neutral. It's what we talk about, right? At the bare minimum, just don't be negative. If you can't be bouncing around like Tigger and opening doors and smiling and woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, I love life, then just be neutral. Don't add more frogs to your plate. Don't add more stones to your path. Allow it to be smooth and neutral, and then when you're back in action, send that shit to the moon again. Just a little perspective. Who's to say, who's to know? There's your first clip of the second segment of the show. Shout out to Myron Golden. I highly suggest you guys check that out. Whew, that is a hell of a speech. It is literally entitled, How do you become rich from starting at zero? And it's a two-parter. I only put the part one. Part one's enough. If you want to go find part two, do that too. But part one is enough. Excuse me. Still getting a little bit over the old sickness. Pretty much all the way over. I mean, I sound the best I've sounded in a while. You know, I can go low and I can go high and I can go here, there, everywhere. So I'm pretty good. But we still got a little bit there. However, my friends, your second clip of the day here on the second segment of the day features a legendary Russian novelist, short story writer, author, poet, and many other things. He goes by the name of Fyodor Dostoevsky. Shout out to Belongfellow. He probably knows a little Dostoevsky. And maybe that class is watching the show right now. Maybe this is one of their fun days. Hello, class. Great to see you, my friends. You can finally see my face and just not my blabbing mouth. Hope you're doing spectacular. Oh, wait, it might be winter break, or this might be finals. We really might be in Benny's room. Oh, shout out to you. We appreciate the hell out of you students. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Shout out, class. Shout out, Belongfellow. Shout out the beautiful Mrs. Belongfellow as well. My friends, back to Fyodor Dostoevsky. You see how my brain works. Fyodor Dostoevsky here this morning to tell us about lies and fears.
Dostoevsky said, above all, avoid lies. All lies. Especially the lie to yourself. Keep watch on your own lie and examine it every hour, every minute. And avoid contempt, both of others and of yourself. What seems bad to you in yourself is purified by the very fact that you have noticed it in yourself. And avoid fear, though fear is simply the consequence of every lie. Never be frightened at your own faint-heartedness in attaining love. And meanwhile, do not even be very frightened by your own bad acts.
Yo, Dostoevsky knew how to put some shit out, huh? Wow. The mere fact that you have noticed something wrong You have been purified by the fact that you noticed that thing wrong. You're noticing the lesson while you're going through the shit. You're finding the things that you need to improve. You're looking yourself in the mirror, checking from the neck up, saying, how is we doing? Me, myself, and I. You're doing the right things. Think about what he said about lies. Fear and lies. Fear is the precursor of all lies. And the little kid, right? Ate a popsicle or a cookie when they weren't supposed to, and they don't want to get paddled before dinner. No, mommy, I didn't eat the cookie. And then that gets a little bit bigger lie, and a little bit bigger lie, and a little bit bigger lie. And then that kid moves out of the house, and then a little bit bigger lie, a little bit bigger lie. And people's whole lives are revolving around lies. And I'm going to tell you what, I was a habitual liar growing up. I used to love to lie. I would lie like crazy. And it was because I was afraid. It was because of the fear, the reason I didn't want to get yelled at, or I didn't want to get in an argument, or I didn't want to feel like I had messed up. So I would just lie about it. Now, fuck that. We were having a conversation the other day, and this is how I know I've truly changed. Me, Deez, and Swirl were having a conversation the other day. Swirl asked me something. I said, no, you know what? I was just going to lie right there and say yes. That was my first. I don't know why. I was literally just going to lie. I called my cell phone to Carpet. I said, I was literally going to lie and say that I had. And no, I haven't. I'm sorry. Sorry. That's why I paused so long. I don't know why I was about to do that. And that's how I know I have the furthest thing away from ever wanting to tell a lie. I have no lies. I have nothing to hide. I'm just out here, right? And that's the difference between me and Swirl and a lot of these other content creators. They got a lot of shit to hide. And this is just a mask they put on to be able to escape all the shit they got going on in their lives and feel like they have some attention. That's why these fucking slapdicks repost their own fucking post on X. Like, give me a fucking break, man. I got morals. I got fucking morals. Like, I'm not a fucking dildo. Like, I got morals out here, you know? I can't be doing that. That's just no good. So where do you fall? What are you doing? Where's your fear? What are you lying about? Because I guarantee you those things you're lying about are the things holding you back. I speak from experience. I was telling myself a lot of lies for a long time and telling even more people more lies, and it was not getting me anywhere. Who's to say, who's to know? You see the real, raw, open version of me every single day. I have absolutely nothing to hide, and I have no fear. That's how I know deep down inside it's real clear where we're about to go. Who's to say, who's to know? Oh, he's still a poet. Now you really know it. Ahoo! Woo! We get into the third segment of the day, my friends, which features a couple of fellers that have been on this show before, both in their own rights, respectively, but today, togetherly. That isn't a word, but I wanted to rhyme it. Who's to say, who's to know? As we catch this flow of the legendary Chris Williamson and Dry Creek D-Wayne. Yeah, that's right. We're bringing back DCD, baby. Live from the Modern Wisdom Podcast. They just did a full podcast together. And ladies, I need you to listen up. I know we got a lot of boys tuning in, a lot of men, a lot of the fellas. Shout out to all of you guys. Maybe sometimes you have a disagreement with your wife. Maybe your relationship isn't where you want to be. And ladies, maybe this is the exact thing you need to hear. Remove all your preconceived notions. Take away your biases. Close off your thoughts for a moment and just open your ears and listen. As this might be the most accurate depiction, perspective of what women need to know about men.
You wish more women knew about how men operated?
Oh. There's 10,000 times more going on inside the head of a man than you have any idea. he's carrying burdens that you don't have a clue about. And he don't know how to express them. And he don't know what to do about it. And he figures if he puts it out there and communicates it, he's just going to be shot down, called a fool, called weak. So he carries it inside. And you have no clue the burdens and the hell that most men are carrying inside and not even showing you. I wish more women understood that.
It's a fact. It's an absolute fact that so many men are out there dealing with demons that they don't even know how to comprehend themselves. You know, I said it earlier, but men are made to build, to create, to evolve, to solve problems. That's what we're put here for, to be in competition. And if you're a man and that's not what gets you going and fired up, you're not a fucking man. I'm sorry. That is what we are here for. To dog eat dog, who's the best in the arena of life. This is who I am. This is where I stand. This is what I've accomplished. Why else would they make Ferraris, bigger and better and faster Ferraris and supercars? Not just because that guy wants to buy it so he can say, I have it and this guy doesn't. It's how we operate. It's if we go to car meets, damn, that motherfucker's fire. Shit, well, I'm going to trade this motherfucker in. It's how it happens, right? So, ladies, if you ever come home and your husband's just quiet, your husband maybe is just staring out the window and he asks, what's on your mind? And he says nothing. Maybe it truly is nothing because he needs an opportunity to just get away from all those things going on in the noggin. Maybe he is a stoic, high-value man that is able to be patient and kind and calm because he takes those moments. And maybe if you find yourself fighting with your significant other every night when you come home from work, ladies, maybe it's your fault. Maybe you're just throwing and spewing and, oh, did you hear about Sally? And oh my gosh, and I got my nails done today. And do you like my hair? And oh my gosh, and oh, do you see my new ring? And we don't give a fuck. I'm here to tell you we don't give a fuck. But if we love you, we show our empathy and our emotion what we have for you. But we have literally put out fires after fires and caught flaming arrows. And I'm not saying you haven't, ladies, but the men's problems are on a whole other level of women's problems. You saw me kind of get choked up as he was talking about that because it is so true. There are men, every single man, and I guarantee you every single man would resonate with that. Everybody who is talking about this in here, you know, it's so true. And I guarantee you my mom would agree with this. I'm sure Mrs. Meadow would agree with this. They treat their husbands with respect because they know the battles they are fighting. And I'm just, those are two off the top of my head. I know we have a bunch of amazing wives in here. Don't get it twisted. But this isn't me hating women. I love women. Women are my favorite thing ever. They're so beautiful and feminine and soft, and they have their own perspectives. I fucking love women. But sometimes we got to realize our place, and we got to realize that the men are the hard and the rugged and the rough, and they have to be that way for a reason. They can't be pussyfooting out here with other guys because other guys call that shit out. You can't get to the upper echelons of life if you aren't a motherfucking dog. If you aren't somebody who puts your toes 10 down and said, let's fucking rock. All right, throw up the dick beaters. Let's dance. I'm ready. Guys have to do that every single day. Most of the times, Sally's just worried about what color she's going to change her nails to or if it's going to be French tips on Friday. It might be funny, but it's fucking true. It's the truth. So think about that. Think about that. And if that's coming from a stand-up, stoic, amazing individual like Dry Creek Dwayne, and Chris Williamson agrees with him, and those two guys think that, imagine what's going on with the average dude working a 9-to-5, barely making ends meet.
Bruh.
So maybe stop being so hard on him, sweetheart. Maybe he's trying everything he can to provide a life that he sees, that only he believes, but you keep fucking throwing stones in his path that could be smooth. Whew! Bring it full fucking circle, baby. Come on one time. Ah! Who's to know? There's your third clip of the day. We move on to the fourth and final clip here this morning, my friends. Whew. And this one is going to put a nice cherry on top of the proverbial show Sunday that we've had going on so far. We got a little vanilla in there, a little chocolate. We've put a little whipped cream on it. We got a little chocolate and fudge swirls going on. I mean, this is a great Sunday, right? I mean, this is, whew, mwah. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. But we're about to put just a maraschino that this thing is just so plump and juicy red, and you bite into it and it damn near explodes. We'll put it right on top of this Sunday, all right? Just a pow. As we get into the final clip of the day, nobody to shout out. This is just one of them reels, baby, that is here to let us know what truly is the journey.
The journey isn't so much about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that isn't really you, so you can be who you were meant to be in the first place.
Hit it again!
Maybe the journey isn't so much about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that isn't really you, so you can be who you were meant to be in the first place.
It's not about becoming anything. There is no spoon. There is no destination. The process is the product. It's not process over product. The process is the product. Think about that. You start as a kid. You have your family and all these people throwing biases and shit and stuff in your head from shit they've experienced their whole lives, and who knows how much of a clusterfuck their life has been. And then you get into school and you have teachers in the system, and your friends or bullies or enemies and their families, and you're getting conditioned and programmed and trying to be somebody that everybody likes and not buck the system and holy fucking shit. And then you get to a point where you got to start doing shit on your own, and you know what fuck to do. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know what trips your triggers. You don't even know what gets you up in the morning. When somebody asks you your name and what you do, you say Colton Soroka, a podcaster. Not, I'm a super soldier, and it ain't about what I do. It's about what I don't do. Is that how you answer things? And you get to this point in life where you're trying to unfuck yourself, but it almost feels unfuckable. and you don't know which way is up and left and right and down and center. And maybe it's not about addition, but rather it's about subtraction. Maybe it's not about what you do. It's about what you don't do. Maybe it's not about who you're becoming, rather what you're moving away from, what you're getting rid of, the things that you're putting away, putting aside. And that's what I'm talking about, learning the lessons while you're in the loss, not waiting to get through the loss to learn the lesson. Maybe it's not about becoming shit. Maybe it's just unfucking yourself. Maybe it's just getting out of all those systems and thoughts and perspectives. And then if you're good enough at it and you go far enough and you try hard enough, you break out of the matrix and you can do whatever you want to do. And you have ultimate freedom, and you can go in any direction, and you can stretch your arms and there's no walls, and you can put them up high and there's no ceilings. That's what I'm going for. Who's to say, who's to know? That's where my journey's going. But my friends, there's your 4 clips of the day. Woo! D's, that was some fire right there, son. Holy shit. Oh. Throw the bombs. You're doing it for yourself or doing it to yourself. Myron Golden. Shout out Fyodor Dostoevsky, Lies and Fears. Chris Williamson and Dry Creek D. Wayne. What women need to know about men and the journey. Whoo! Hope you're feeling those vibes deep down inside. Hope you're ready to turn some obstacles into opportunities, losses into lessons, trials and tribulations into a brand new chance to triumph. But maybe not. Maybe you need just a little bit more oomph. And my friends, we got plenty of that. Because I haven't had an opportunity to look at the chat. And that's why I like to have this final segment of the day where we connect with you, the live audience, baby. So if you got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, I've been seeing a lot of shit go on over there throughout the. I mean, I've been checking a little bit. I just ain't been able to read it because I've been having to go and flow. However, if you got that thing, bubbling up to the surface and you want to put a little perspective or maybe ask a little question and you want a little more insights, whatever's burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, we'll drop it over there in the live chat. And here momentarily, as we get into the third segment of the day, we'll pop it up here on the screen and we'll give you a little more perspective, baby, as we slide, dive, slip, and rip into your final segment of the day. It is your Answers from the Anvil. Alrighty then, my friends. 12 minutes after the top of the 9 o'clock Eastern hour, 8 Central, 7 in the mountains, and 6 specifically. Shout out to all of our specific viewers. We appreciate the hell out of you. It is now time for your final segment of the day, Answers from the Anvil, here on episode 622, baby. Whew, man, look at that. Look at that overlay. I mean, let me just sit back and say thank you, D's. What an overlay. I mean, this screen right here. Hey, can I say something? Can I say something? I'm going to say it anyway. There is nobody on our level doing it like we do it. There is not a single person that is doing what we do that is just out here crushing the fucking game like this. There is nobody holding the candle to this fucking show. I'm sorry. I'm just going to talk a little bit as well. There's a couple of shows I really, really like the Phone Booth Pod. Those guys, but they're up a echelon. They got up a little higher than us. We're still getting up there a little bit, and then who's know where we go from there. But right now, ain't nobody touching this shit. Ain't nobody doing what we're doing. Who's to know? Man, we're just growing every single day, and it's because of you beautiful humming beings. And speaking of, it's time to see what you got to say. DEEZYY. Pop these chicken suckers on the screen, baby. Who we got out there? Oh, of course, the legendary Jared Albright, live in the chat. One of the first ones, as per usual. Great morning, everyone. Great morning, Mr. Albright. We appreciate the hell out of you. Always great to see you live in the chat. Our friends over at Radio Free Hub City. Shout out to the legendary Ken Buckler, our favorite red pill yahoo, who put out a banger of a thought-provoking blog last night on his whole Hunter Biden stuff. He might have dropped it in the gateway, and you might be able to subscribe, rather affordable, to get all the latest and greatest news, not only from Hagerstown, Maryland, but from across this crazy nation, sometimes even the world. Man, they don't even pay me to say this. I'm just out here shilling doggone Radio Free Hub City. I mean, it's not like this guy doesn't know what he's talking about or nothing. I mean, he's made my brains like 10 times bigger since I've met him, for crying out loud. And the beautiful BB, she just be bringing in from time to time just some perspective. Pow! You go, oh, shit, I didn't think about it that way. So I'm telling you what, check out them folks over at Radio Free Hub City, baby. We appreciate you. Let's go. Kim Jones, shout out. Mama Bear, great morning. Ready for the lesson. I hope you got some lessons. I hope you got some perspective. I hope you enjoyed the topic this morning. Mr. Damascus Oglesby, GM, great morning, my guy. Hope you're having a great day down there in Missouri, baby. Mr. Metal Crazy, great morning, my guy. G to the M. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your day down there in Florida, baby. Nick's Travel Vlogs. How you doing? Great morning, Nick. Hope you're having a great start to the day, man. Hope you've been enjoying the show. Get you fired up one time for the one time. Mrs. Metal in the building. Great morning, fam. Happy Tuesday. Here we go. She's got the perspective that'll get you going. Today's reminder is to learn the life lessons that the sunflowers can teach us. Hope you have an amazing day today. Spread your smile. You can save a life. Ooh, sunflowers, eh? All right. All right, always looking towards the sun. I'm all right. I'm gonna do some research on some sunflowers. Maybe we got to talk about being like a sunflower tomorrow. Who's to say? Who's to know? Shout out, Mrs. Metal. Appreciate you being here at the show. Delta 24, GM, FNF peeps, GM to you and Donnie. We appreciate you. Thanks for starting your day here with us at Forge and Fuel. Jason Wigman, D10 Moons, great morning. You're a spaz. Shout out D10 Moon. We appreciate you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Swirl One. Oh shit, Swirl One was in the show for a little while. We appreciate you, brother. Miss you. We love you, brother. Hope you're having a great day down there in Miami. Bay. Jared Albright. Hey, I'm telling you what. Hold on. Wait a minute. Well, the sky does look awful fucking weird. I'm not going to lie to you right now. Sky does look weird as shit. You can tell I'm looking out my window. No aliens, though. No aliens yet. So I think we're okay. No aliens yet that I can see. But again, if any abductions happened, you know, I'm Team Alien. I'm Team Alien. We come in peace. We come in peace, Mr. Spock. Who's to say? Who's to know? Mrs. Metal. Cap, you need an inflatable hammer for the smash effect. You know what? You are one hell of a lady. That's two thoughts you've given me here in the last 2 minutes, for crying out loud. Inflatable hammer. I like the way you fucking think. I tell you what, I bet you they got something over there on the Amazon. I'm just beating the fucking shit out of my desk. All right, like the way you think. Who's to know what might show up on the show? Nick's Travel Vlogs, back in the chat. If nobody has told you lately you're loved, worthy, amazing, and enough. Shout out, Nick. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for throwing that in the chat for everybody. Bella Rossi, the beautiful Wable Snow. What's up, Mama Snow? Fantastic morning. Gonna be a great day. You're damn right. We started it at Forge and Fuel together, baby. Appreciate you tuning in and, you know, showing all your love for Forge and Fuel and giving some family members, some friends, telling them all about what's going on over here. We know one thing's for sure. Mama Snow's not a hoe. She shares the show. We love you, Mama Snow. You're the best. Grammy P, she probably laughing her ass off on that one. Grammy P, we love you. Great morning, family. Blessings to all. Great morning, GP. We love you. Thanks for being here with the show all morning long. Pride Stanford, great morning. Oh, somebody must have had his hands out of the sourdough. Wasn't finessing so much flour this morning. Had a chance to stop by and say hi. Shout out Pride Stanford. We love you, my guy. Shout out Kelly O too. Love you. I gotta give you guys a call. I haven't heard me some sweet Kelly O and some nuts for cuckoo Cocoa Puffs Pride. Well, also because you ain't been showing up to the network meetings. So what the fuck? You know, oh, I'm so busy. We're teaching classes. We're helping people grow. We're spreading our light out in our own community. Way to fucking do what we tell you to do. You know, way to apply the things we tell you to apply. I mean, it's just fucking amazing what goes on out there. Wish you'd still come around. You guys are too big time for us now out there at all your farmers markets. But hey, you know what? Whenever you want to come back around, we're still here waiting for you. All right, we're still here waiting for you. Who's to know? Shout out Pride Kelly. Oh, we love you. Angel SD, he liked that morning laugh. We appreciate you, brother. You're the man. We've all been there one time or another. Meme coins, NFTs, who's to know? JK Big Time, what's up, brother? Crush the day, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your day in the nation's capital, my guy. Hey, do they just have like a supply of quality baseball cards that get pumped into DC? Like, what the fuck, bro? You pull a number card every other day. And some shit that I ain't ever seen in my whole dog on. So, how is that possible? What type of line you got? How's that go on? How exactly do you make that happen every single time? I'm just confused. Would like to know maybe if you have a little pro tip or two. Who's to say? Who's to know? Shout out to Big Time. We're all trying to make a little extra money. Who's to say? Who's to know? Honey, what else we got out there, D's? Kim Jones, thrive, don't just survive. Yes, that has been my saying lately. Oh, I'm just surviving. And that's why I say we're trying to tell you the things to help you survive this thing called life. Or thrive in this thing called life. So I'm saying we ain't out here just trying to survive and just drag the knuckles and made it through another day. How many people you ever heard? Oh, what a day. What are you fucking talking about? Oh, what a day. What did you do? Oh, well, I had to make 10 phone calls. Excuse me, what? Oh, what's up? Who's say, who's no? Doesn't seem too hard to me. I don't know. Hey, we're just trying to thrive, not survive. The live doggy dog. Shout out, Mr. Live Dog Livingston. We appreciate you, Mr. Brian. GM Diamond Anders, he says, GM, right back to you, my guy. Big love to our most hardworking, hardwood, hauling, humming being. Who else we got? Who else we got out there? DEEZY. Theseus, holy fucking shit. Well, that's a sight we ain't seen for a while. What's up there, buddy guy? Still out here doing it? Still out here making plays? Still out here saying the same shit? Still pushing that PLP, motherfucker? Hope you're having a great start to your day, brother. Appreciate you tuning in. Jared Albright, Fire Flame Heat today. Hey, I appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you all the love you always show me, dude. It is an honor to be able to do this, and it's humbling. Show up every single day and just talk some shit, man. I love all you guys. It is so awesome to have you guys in here. Mama Capp, she says, my husband deals with so much shit, and I'd never know it. He's so stoic. At the end of his day, out of respect, I really try to bring the calm. Ooh, shit. His day. Ladies, take some notes.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
That is some perspective right there. Shout out, Mama Capp. We love you. We appreciate you. Thanks for the perspective for show. We got anything else out there, D's? Who's to say, who's to know? Big love right back to you, Radio Free Hub City. We appreciate the hell out of you. Mrs. Metal, if you want some more perspective on the sunflower, hit me up. I've got you. Ooh, 10-4. All right. I'm going to do a little research on that for sure. You just expect the best all the time, bro. You're telling me, don't give me that cockamamie shit. You're telling me you just live in the life of abundance. Oh, so water off back. Life is easy even when it's hard. Mr. Fucking don't give me this shit. Mr. I'm just living in abundance and it just happens, bro. No fucking way, man. Unless you got some instruction manual I don't know no shit about. You just out here every single day. I guess now that I think about it, I have bought packs in scarcity. We're in a scarcity mindset. So maybe you go into the abundance mindset and the world works in your favor. I don't know about that, JK. You be saying things too simple sometimes, and I feel like there's more to the fucking story. Talk about I just hope for the best and I just get a fucking $2 million.
Stop the cap.
Fucking, what are you talking about? Don't give me that bullshit. You gonna lie to me or lie to somebody else. You know you got a line. You just don't want to give it up, you chicken sucker. Fucking asshole. Who's to say, who's to know? We love you, JK. Shout out to all you beautiful human beings, man. Big love to each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for giving your perspectives, your insights. And if you haven't hopped in the chat yet, man, get in there. Whether you're on YouTube, X, Rumble, dive in the chat. We'll always see it. We'll always pop it up. We love new faces in the chat too. So if you find the show or you're just sliding in and you're like, damn, fuck, I love these guys, or fuck, I've known these guys forever, what? Drop something in the chat, man. We love seeing you in the chat. 150%. But that does it. For your third and final segment of the day, answers from the Anvil, baby. I guess the only thing left to do now is wrap this show up the only way we know how. No checking back in with Swirl One. He ain't over there today, so I guess you're just left with me once again. Baby. Couple of reminders for you. Number one, start your journey in the gateway today. If you want to find that true generational wealth, you want to find the lanes and the avenues of growth that nobody's talking about. You want to be tapped into the latest and greatest technology, the latest and greatest shit happening in the world. If you want to be on the forefront and the precipice with the damn 1%ers and super soldiers, get in the gateway. We're talking about investments. There's always opportunity to make money. There's always opportunity for growth. There's always opportunity for perspective. Find more out about this life you didn't know. It has changed my life, and I know it will change yours. Stop sitting around. Stop waiting around. Stop hesitating to delay and say, well, I could join. I don't know. Don't let it get to a point where it's unaffordable for you to get involved. Right now is baseline. It's easy money. It is pennies on the dollar because that is where we are. But don't you get it twisted for a half a second when we get to where we're going. When I get where I'm going, There'll be only happy tears when I get where I'm going. Who's to know? When we get where we're going, it's going to be a hell of a doggone time. Not all W's, L's, or lifts. This chicken sucker, how you see your life is your life. I fucking love JK, man. Always, not all dubs, bro. L's or lifts. Hey, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Who's no? Sell a little bit, buy another pack. He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. I'm just giving him shit. You know I love you, JK. Join your journey. Join your journey. Join your journey. Start your journey in the gateway today. There's always something. I mentioned shit I dropped in there today that I'm not going to put out on any timeline. I'm not going to reference that shit. And that shit in there is the secrets. The secrets. Yeah, of course, it's on YouTube. You could find it, but I'm not going to tell you what it is on this show. You got to be part of the gateway. That's part of paying your membership. That's part of paying the dues. That's part of showing up. And did you know if you just get involved in the platform, as much as you used to, some of you maybe grind in a Discord for a whitelist on a dumbass NFT, if you just showed up and shared your perspective and a little research, a little thought, you're telling me you don't have anything you're working on, no value you could bring to anybody else, no investments you're getting in on, no things that you think other people would like to know, true 1% human beings would like to know, you just out here floating? Okay, for sure. Do what you want to do, but I'm telling you, if you're looking for a home, you're looking for some people, you're looking for a network to get you where you want to be, the gateway is the place you want to be. Also, we got Decoding the Divide tomorrow night, our weekly Red Pill Rabbit Hole Diving show. It is at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. You have seen the background change behind me. It is the ones, the zeros, all of the digits. We try to break through the divide and tell you what the hell's going on. We try to be a brutally honest news source for all things Chicago. We haven't talked about that in a couple of weeks because I wanted to get some shit out there, kind of test the waters on a few thoughts. Then we'll talk about some world news, some things happening in the United States. That's just some crazy shit.
Is true.
But maybe you'll begin to believe. Maybe you'll begin to understand things from an entirely different.
Glitch in the Matrix, mate.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe the show is an entire glitch in the Matrix. Maybe you just got to tune in and find out. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Also, if you missed out on Mine and Shine Apparel's Cyber Monday and Black Friday sale, we certainly feel sorry for you. However, you can still get in there and get you some Mine and Shine apparel. If you like a shirt like this, something a little more low-key with a little diamond strong on the back, a little established date. Oh, man, that thing is just fire.
Another one.
You want a little hoodie, you want a little beanie, you want a little notebook, you want a little coffee cup. Whatever you might want, I guarantee is probably over there. And maybe you don't want something DHMG. There's plenty of other graphic stuff that say nothing about DHMG. If you just want to rock some stuff that's to know, all you got to do is slide on over to Mine and Shine Apparel after the show. Where could you find that? Well, all the pertinent links to the gateway, Mine and Shine Apparel, our website, and anything in between are located in this episode's description or in the links in the bios of all of our social media platforms. So our social media platforms are actually down there in this episode's description as well. If you're listening to the show, they're in your episode's description as well also. So go ahead, click them down there. They will direct you right to wherever you want to go, and then you'll be able to find more information. Who's to say, who's to know? Man, I've been rhyming like fucking crazy today. It has just been pow, just on point. And last but certainly not least, if you wouldn't mind, and you haven't already, maybe you could subscribe to our channels. Maybe you could turn on a notification bell so you don't miss any live shows or start of any other content or any other things that might drop on the channels. Who's to say, who's to know what might be coming around the bend? Maybe, hit a like button if you enjoyed this show. Maybe hit a heart, a repost, hell, even a quote post. Maybe leave a comment. Maybe share the show. Don't be a hoe, don't you know?
Don't be rude.
Maybe make your own clip. Put it out there on the timeline. Maybe if you see a clip from the show, maybe go ahead and repost it. Put it out on your time. Maybe go ahead and give us a follow. Maybe leave us a rating or whatever button you see right now. Just smash the absolute shit out of that thing and make sure you don't forget to before you get out of here. All right? Because if you do those things, it only helps us continue to grow and get bigger and better for each and every one of you, beautiful humming beings.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
But my friends, mis amigos, mis compadres, it is time for us to wrap up the show. It is time to say no mas, no mo. Can you believe that we have gone for an hour and a half today? It is 9:31 Eastern, 8:31 Centrally, 7:31 in the mountains, 6:31 specifically. It's time to turn the open sign to closed. It's time to go turn some obstacles into opportunities, trials and tribulations into triumphs, and what we thought was going to be a loss, just a brand new lesson. And also what the hell we thought was going to be a failure, just a brand new chance to flourish. That's right, my friends. It's time to go share a little bit of this energy with the great wide world out there and hope we don't get abducted by aliens. But for now, my friends, as James Brown once said, it's time to get on up and get on nah. But before we do, a couple of things I'd appreciate it if you'd allow me to remind you. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse. What? Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow. What? And number three, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind at DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we I wouldn't be a very good weatherman. We hold each other up, and right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shut up to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thanks for tuning in to Forge and Fuel this morning, and every single morning you invest your time on this show. We'll continue to pay that investment back to you by giving you some high-quality ROI, being on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions every single day, and being right by your side while you pursue yours, baby. We hope you have a terrific rest of your Tuesday morning. Shout out to Mr. Producer, DEEZYY. Wouldn't be able to do it without you, my guy. Shout out to you, brother. We miss World One. We appreciate you, buddy. Hope you're having a fantastic day in Miami. Man, it was kind of a bummer not having him here today, but we still made it through. How do you do? Shout out to all of you beautiful humming beings. Go share a smile. Go hold a dough. Go be a light like you never have before. At the bare minimum, just remember, you are kind, you are smart, you are important, and you are loved. We'll catch you on the flip side, my friends. Same time, same place here on this program tomorrow, or maybe in another show sometime today. Maybe a space, maybe a Discord, maybe a VC, maybe a DM group chat, or hell, even a gateway, baby. But for now, my friends, we bid thee adieu, and we say unto you, peace and love.